Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. Hi! This is where you would usually see the current generation's gimmicks and everything like that, but today's episode is a little bit different. So if you have seen my other series, namely the Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey, you know that we do something else for anniversary episodes. Obviously, usually we do those every 50 episodes there, but we noticed that it has been a year and 2 weeks since we started this series, and we figured that, you know what better time to do an anniversary episode than this, since it's been a year since we started, and also Pokemon Champions just came out also on the Pokemon Showdown, which it just served as a perfect opportunity for us to play a little bit of the Champions format, and that's going to be our anniversary episode, which is obviously sometime where we take a pause from doing the usual progression style stuff that we're doing to do something completely different. So today, what you're about to watch is going to be us playing the Pokemon Champions format in VGC. So something different. Hopefully you enjoy. Thank you so very much for your continued support of the series. It's been a lot of fun to do. Hopefully you've enjoyed it even 10% as much as we've enjoyed doing this, and enjoy the rest of the episode. What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Pokemon Learning Journey, the first anniversary episode. It's been a year since we started doing this, and obviously, whereas for the Yu-Gi-Oh! One, we're doing these once every 50 episodes. We missed so many episodes here and realized that it had been It had been exactly 2 weeks over 1 year since we started this series. So I figured, you know what, Champions just came out, and it also just dropped last week on Showdown. So I figured, you know what better way to celebrate the first anniversary episode of the series than to do some Champions. We're doing this with, we both have 5 different teams. We're doing a just best of 1 in each, just to kind of simulate the ladder. And then after those 5 games have been played, we're talking about maybe we'll do I'll probably put it on the screen here, because by the time I'm editing this, obviously I know what we did. So we'll do maybe some games after those 5 games, but I don't know that at the time of recording this yet. But since we're doing 5 teams, also that means that no duplicates between those 5 teams. So there's some stretching you need to do when it comes to your Pokemon selection. But I also think that the strategies are cool. It was 5 teams. I had 5 Megas that I really wanted to highlight here and use. And those were Mega Golurk, Mega Floette, Mega Frostlass, Mega Meganium, and Mega Hawlucha. Those are my favorite new Mega Evolutions, and I really wanted to play with those. And out of those, if you're thinking about looking at the Mega Golurk, one of the slowest Megas in the entire game. Mega Frostlass obviously had snow. Mega Meganium always benefits from the sun, even in rain, and it's a grass type, so it perfectly fits into a rain team. Mega Hawlucha has the funny Oko stuff you can do, so and the best partner for that is Excrodale, fits perfectly into a sand team, so that only left Sun as the final weather condition that I didn't have in my lineup, so I figured that we might as well make the 5th team a Sun team, and that's how I ended up with all these teams. But without further ado, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Starting us off, we have the Sand team, and we're playing these obviously in VGC, so only 4 of the 6 Pokemon will get used. And important note here, Champions has changed EVs to make more sense, where a single point just correlates to 1 stat point instead of having the weird 512 EVs total that you distribute. This makes more sense. It's pretty nice of a change. Our only Mega here is the Mega Hawlucha. Mega Hawlucha, when it evolves, it gets the ability No Guard, which means that moves it uses and moves used against it always hit, which makes the perfect partner for that something to abuse OHKO moves. Obviously, Sheer Cold does not have immunity, so it is the most logical one. But Excrodil, like I said, fits perfectly fine here with Sandrush. It's also really fast, so it can go before anything, and it gets both Fissure and Horn Drill, so you can still go around the different... my brain doesn't work. Get around the different immunities that Mons have. But for the Halocha, we have the entrainment here to give no guard to something else, and then we just have close combat and Brave Bird to hit with our stabs as hard as possible. For Excrodil, we're running Focus Sash because we want it to live. Earthquake there if we are not clicking the OHKO moves. Obviously, Halocha is a flying type, so it's immune to that as well. Protect there to keep us safe if need be, and then Fissure and Horn Drill are all our OHKO moves of choice. Tyranitar there to set sand, it's Choice Scarf, max speed investment with a jolly nature as well. It's actually really fast. Stone Edge and Rock Slide both, depending on what we actually want to be clicking. Then Low Kick and Ice Punch for the coverage moves to hit stuff like King Gambit and any grass types. Then we have Aerodactyl here. Aerodactyl is really good at this format because obviously the limited item pool in Champions means that a lot of stuff is running berries. Under obviously preventing your opponent from running berries is really nice. It also has the fastest known prankster Tailwind, which is what we're running here. Dual Wing Beat gets around Focus Sash, which is obviously really nice. Rock Slide helps in the weather matchup against Sun to get rid of Mega Charizard Y. And White Herb is just there to as our best option that we had left after what we've given the other Mons to remove the Intimidate drop one time. Then we have Sinisha here, one of my new favorite Mons from Generation 9. Carrying the Citrus Berry, Hospitality, when it gets switched in, it restores its allies' maximum HP by 25%. Machogacha is a move that heals you and has a chance to burn. Rich Powder, obviously for redirection, Life Dew here to get us some healing. And Trick Room is only here because this team is really fast, and we don't really have a way to, we don't have stuff like Taunt here. So we really want to prevent Trick Room from going up, but if it goes up, we can reverse it with Sinisha. And finally, Meowstic here with Mental Herb because we don't want to get taunted here. Light Screen is our team is relatively bulky on the physical side, but since we don't have we don't have Intimidate either, but I really were more worried about special moves and especially like I said, the Sun matchup. So we have Light Screen to hopefully combat the special moves. Psychic Noise is just our psychic move of choice, so Meowstic, if it remains in the field, isn't just there doing nothing. Meowstic gets Fake Out, interestingly enough, which is really nice. And obviously Prankster with Light Screen and Thunder Wave give us some nice control there as well. More speed control. Speed is the one thing that we care about, which is why we have Tailwind. We have ways to reverse Trick Room. We have a Paralysis here. We have so many ways to actually just be fast, which is what we want to do, because obviously defense and anything like that doesn't matter when we want to be OHKOing our opponent. Second team is the Rain team. This is definitely my favorite out of the bunch. It uses my favorite new Mega Evolution in the game, Mega Meganium, who gets the ability Mega Soul, which essentially treats everything Meganium does as if Sun was up. Solar Beam is fires on the first turn. Weather Ball is always a fire type, 100 base power. Synthesis heals you more. Growth gives you the extra stats. Everything is considered when Meganium does it as if Sun was up. To make use of that, we are running Solar Beam and a Weather Ball. Dazzling Gleam is just our other stab move there of choice there, and we are also the Protect. We're running a modest max special attack just to hit as hard as possible, and we're running some speed to outspeed certain other threats. Then for our a proper Rain core, we have Politoed here, Citrus Berry, Drizzle, Weather Ball, Icy Wind, Helping Hand, and Protect. I was contemplating running Pelipper here as well, but when we talk about Talonflame, you'll see why I didn't. So a pretty standard Politoed set here. We have some speed control. We have ways to ensure that our actual carries hit really hard, and then Weather Ball just to fire off some water type moves. We have Basculegion here with Choice Scarf adaptability. I didn't have another Mon here that really cared about Choice Scarf, so instead of going for Swift Swim, I decided to go for Choice Scarf adaptability to hit harder than I would with Mystic Water and Swift Swim. And this also gives us an opportunity to function outside of Rain either, because obviously with Swift Swim then you're reliant on Rain, but I don't really care about not having access to protect on Basque Legion. So instead, I figured that, you know what, adaptability just makes sense. It's a very usual that we have Last Respects, Flip Turn, Wave Crash, and Aqua Jet here for our moves. Then Archaludon, one of the most nerfed mons for this generation, but Archaludon, another mon that I love. Like, it's probably my top 3 of mons added in Generation 9. I absolutely think Archaludon is so damn cool. So the first opportunity that I had to use it, even though it's very much nerfed, I still wanted to give it a shot. Obviously, not having access to body press AV stuff, I decided to instead go for sturdy and just make it as aggressive as possible with timid nature and max investment on speed and special attack. White Herb is there to lower, we lower our own stats with Draco Meteor, we one time get to restore those back up. So that's pretty neat. A Flash Cannon, Electro Shots, Protect, nothing really crazy there. And then for the other 2 mons outside of the usual rain core, these are probably our default 4, and then depending on the matchup, we can bring the other 2. Talonflame has Melted Herb because it mostly wants to be clicking utility moves. Hurricane is there to make use of the rain, which, funny enough, Talonflame actually gets Rain Dance. It's a fire type that gets Rain Dance, which I thought was so sick. So this is a way for us to win a weather war. Obviously, after we've switched in Politoed, we can manually activate Rain as well with Rain Dance, which is really cool. It also has, obviously, the usual Gale Wings Tailwind there. Quick Guard also protects us against priority moves, which is nice for stuff like Fake Out. And then Hurricane, like I said, just as the most potent attack that we can fire off if we don't want to do the other stuff. Finally, we have Crocodile here. Crocodile is an Intimidator. We have given it the Focus Sash. We have Knockoff and High Horsepower just as the best stab options. Protect is there as well. And another case of, I really don't want Trick Room to be up when I'm playing this team. So Taunt is our way to actually get around that and be able to taunt stuff before Trick Room goes up. Crocodile is relatively fast, so that's pretty nice. We can usually, before most Trick Roomers, we can just get taunt off. Sorry, most mons, because obviously Trick Room is negative 17 billion priority, so we can always go faster than that, but also be able to outspeed other stuff as well. Obviously, if we get Follow Mid or Rage Powder, then it's a different story, but we do have spread moves to deal with those scenarios as well. But yeah, like I said, easily my favorite team out of the bunch. Then we have the Sun team, a pretty standard core first, Charizard, Mega Y, Heatwave, Solar Beam, Weather Ball, and Protect. I was contemplating running Air Slash as well, but I'm not really worried about hitting that many things with Flying types moves, because for the Grass and Bug types, we already have fire moves anyway, so we don't really need it for that. For fighting types, I'm not really weak against fighting types, I'm very strong with this team, so running Air Slash didn't really make any sense. Then we have Venusaur here with Chlorophyll, obviously. I decided to forego Earth Power, which is something that I've contemplated, but I think if I'm playing in these, I'm almost always bringing Garchomp as well, and Garchomp has 2 different ways to also click ground type moves, so I figured that I don't really need it, and I can instead just go Leaf, Sleep Powder and Protect. And now there was a contemplation between running Solar Beam or running Leaf Storm, but the thing about Leaf Storm is it's slightly stronger, it can miss, but since the items are so tight here, Leaf Storm with Wide Herb means that we actually don't have a dead item, because we can fire off one Leaf Storm and immediately go back to neutral special attack, which is really nice. So this was the idea behind picking Leaf Storm, and obviously, like I said, it functions then outside of Sun, because I'm expecting us to have a lot of weather wars here, so it's nice. And then obviously just Sludge Bomb for the other one. I'm not timid nature, because with Chlorophyll I'm max speed investment, which would be faster than basically everything that's not the fastest Skyforce in the format anyway, so that's the reasoning there. For other Mega, if we really feel like the Sun mode doesn't work, I have for the other Mega, and also finishing my Fire, Grass, Water core, is the Mega Stormy. Liquidations and Headbutt, Aqua, Jet, and Protect, nothing really crazy there. It's very fast, naturally, so it's maxed out. Adamant obviously gets huge power after Mega evolves, putting us to over 300 attack, which basically means we're deleting everything that isn't resisting us, which is pretty cool. Then we have Chomp with True Scarf, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Dragon Claw, Stomping Tantrum. Obviously, Stomping Tantrum are our strongest ground type move that isn't hitting our partner. So if we don't want to be if we don't have something like Charizard or something that can protect next to us, we would rather click Stomping Tantrum, and then just obviously the usual Rock Slide, Dragon Claw. Very standard set. Rough Skin, because we don't expect sand here. We would rather not see his hand on this team. Whimsicott is running Focus Sash. We have Prankster, obviously Tailwind, Protect, Moonblast, Encore. I think this is just like literally the most common Whimsicott set, so not much to explain there. And kind of the same thing here: King Gambit, Sucker Punch, Kowtow, Iron Head, and Protect. We're running I've decided to put the rest of the points into speed. I was also contemplating putting one speed and one into special defense just to outspeed other base 50 mons with no investment, but ultimately I was like, you know what, the 1 point in special defense and defense, at least from what I looked at, didn't really change any calculation. I was just like, let me just dump both of them into speed. And I'm not running Black Glasses, which I think is the usual one, and instead I'm running Choppleberry to limit some fighting type moves, because there's actually quite a few like pretty potent fighting types in the format, and I figured I have so much damage output anyway, I don't really need the extra damage output here, so I'd rather go a little more defensive here. And I'm also not reliant on, you can see I'm not running a Citric Berry, I'm not that reliant on berries on this team anyway, so if I'm up against a like under spam team, like it still should be fine. The fourth team, we have Mega Frostlass here. The like main like Frost card here is Frostlass Mega and the Rotom Frost. Obviously, being able to Frostlass being able to Mega Evolve set up Snow with Snow Warning, and then I just set Aurora Veil, our fire off really strong Blizzards alongside our Choice Scarf Rotom Frost. If we have a team that's really weak against Ice, obviously these two are so fast, and if we just click double Blizzard, chances are that we just explode Jeexx that way. But Rotom does have other like electric utility moves if that strategy doesn't pan out. And then for the other four, it's like a different core. It's like if the opposing team is not that weak against Ice, then I'll probably just bring in the usual suspects. It's obviously, we have Sneasler here, White Herb, Unburden, Coaching Fake Out, Close Claw, Close Combat, Dark Claw, nothing crazy here. And the Fake Out Partner in Crime here in Insane, Fake Out, Parting Shot, Throat Chop, and Flare Blitz. The Throat Chop could be what's his face? Throat Chop could be Protect here as well, but I wanted a way to hit Ghost types for super effective damage, even if I'm not bringing a Frostlass, so that's why Throat Chop is there. Then Floette Mega, probably the best Mega Evolution in the format, I think is the verdict at this point. It has Fairy Roar after Mega Evolving, which is the is there any ability? I think I have to nerf it's 1.2 or 1.3 times damage for all fairy type moves on the board. But we're running Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam, as well as Calm Mind and Protect. And the way for us to set up Calm Mind is next to the mouse hold, which is running Focus Sash and Friend Guard and Follow Me. Obviously, Focus Sash and Follow Me means that assuming Jeexx is running multi-hit moves, we can always tank 2 hits with which lets Floyd set up a Calm Mind. We do have an Intimidator here to stop the physical attackers from hitting Floette after, obviously, it says like Calm Mind, it's very bulky on the special side, but we still need to worry about the physical side. And then we just have Taunt here to prevent opposing like Trick Room stuff or something like that. And Super Fang to chip stuff. It's kind of funny that if you take like essentially every steel type in the format and you give Floette +1, if the steel types are at 50%, from Super Fang and Floyd just clicks Moonblast on them, they die, even though they resist it, because it's just that powerful. This mod is a menace, but I also think it's really cool that we finally have Eternal Power Floette, and it gets a Mega Evolution that's like such a beast. It also gets Light of Ruin, its own signature move, which I think is Steel Beam. No, it's just half recoil. It's just a very powerful fairy type move with recoil. Like that way you can delete everything, which is something like if you're not doing Calm Mind stuff, I think you would rather do that. But because we're doing setup like this, like it's way overkill, and it's more something that's probably going to be relevant for singles and not a match for VGC. As for the final team, we are running a hard Trick Room team. We have 5 Mons with which want to get up Trick Room, and then we have our Scarfer here in Arcanine Hisui that also gives us Intimidate. I wanted a fast Scarfer in order to have some ways to combat not being in Trick Room, and Arcanine worked there perfectly because it also gives you Intimidate, and I absolutely love Hisui and Arcanine because it's like the way back in Generation 6, I had 2 Mega Evolutions that I... Actually, was this? No, this was Generation 7. After like we essentially had all the megas before PLZA, obviously way later, I had 2 Mega Evolution that I really wanted. I wanted Mega Whaler, that's a physical attacker, and it's just like a tanker ship Water Steel, weighs 70 billion tons and gets access to Heat Crash now. I thought that would be cool. And the other one was a Mega Rapidash that would be Rock Fire with access to Rock Head and all the recoil moves. So Hisuian Arcanine is just essentially what I wanted Mega Rapidash to be, which honestly, I'll take that because Arcanine, like top 5 mon of all time for me. I love Arcanine, so that's great. But for the actual like Trick Room core, we'll go from this way. We have Clefable here with Focus Sash, full investment in special attack because we have a Sash, we don't really care about other stuff. And with Moonblast, it's still hitting really hard. We have Moonblast and Thunderbolt here for coverage. Mostly it's there to click Follow Me. It has Magic Guard also to not take damage from non-damaging moves. And this ensures we get Trick Room up. We have them Helping Hand if we don't want to click our offensive moves here. The Trick Room setters here. We have Hatterene with Magic Bounce, obviously bouncing back on non-damaging moves. Protect, Trick Room, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, very standard set here. And Oranguru, who is carrying our Mental Herb, with Trick Room, Protect, Psychic, and Instruct. And if you know anything about VGC, Instruct Oranguru next to a Torkoal in Trick Room. Not surprising there. Torkoal clicks Eruption, and Oranguru clicks Instruct. And the important part here is that Oranguru is faster than the other ones like Torkoal, Hatterene, and Golok Mega, which means that in Trick Room, it's going to go after them, so we can click whatever and then click Instruct afterwards. Torkoal is Charcoal with Eruption, Heatwave, Protect, and Clear Smog. Clear Smog is there, like if we need it for the utility, we're probably not clicking this. Eruption is what we're clicking most of the time, and if we're really low, then we can just change to Heatwave because we're not specs, which is nice. And our Mega of choice here is Golok Mega. It gets Unseen Fist, but Unseen Fist has been nerfed. It's the what's his face? It's the Urshifuline ability, which lets you ignore your moves, ignore Protect. But for champions, it has been nerfed from just your moves fully ignoring Protect to now only dealing 25% through Protect, which makes it way more balanced. And for Golok, we're running Protect, Headlong Rush, Drain Punch, and Thunder Punch. We don't care about the ghost coverage, and physical ghost coverage is only Shadow Punch, which is unfortunately 60% accurate, and we don't even have Iron Fist after Mega Evolve, which doesn't do anything, so I'd rather go for more coverage with Drain Punch and Thunder Punch. But yeah, those are the teams. Sorry, 20-minute breakdown, obviously 5 teams and a lot to lay down otherwise, but I'm pretty excited about this. I've tended to be obviously very bad in VGC, like that's way more Jeexx's realm, but I'm still like, I'm just so happy to finally have Mega Evolution back, and I'm so excited to be playing with Mega Evolution once again. So thank you so very much for watching. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx's team breakdowns as well. And as always, we'll see you for probably a pretty lengthy episode. So we'll see you in the battle zone after.
Okay, so we are playing Champions. We got 5 teams. We got 5 games of VGC to play. This is gonna fucking suck, bro. Holy shit, we're gonna play Pokemon for like 3 hours. I say it's gonna suck, but I more mean so just the fact that like it's gonna be a long set. Also, why does this keep saying Cursed Body? That's weird. I should probably have Frisk instead, though, because it tells me the items. Yeah, let me just do that, yeah. But yeah, we have Arcanine, Hisui with Choice Scarf, Rocket, Head Smash, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed. I think that's fairly self-evident. It's just gonna go brrrr. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go kill some shit. We have Extreme Speed because of something that we're gonna talk about in a bit. We have Banette Mega, specifically with the Trick Room, Will-O-Wisp, Poltergeist, Sucker Punch. I'm thinking I would probably want to not run Poltergeist, but Poltergeist is a 90 accurate, 110 physical ghost type move, which is really good, like for this mod specifically, because this motherfucker's got a lot of attack. We're very defensive, as you can see, very bulky, very low speed because of Trick Room. We're gonna probably take a hit. No, actually, we're not gonna take a hit because we're gonna priority shit. We got Trick Room, Will-O-Wisp, Sucker Punch, all priority moves essentially because of Prankster, and hopefully we're gonna be able to set some shit up and play with Incineroar, with Fake Out, Parting Shot, Protect, Throat Chop with Intimidate. And then we have a Chestnut Mega with Bulletproof, Body Press, Spiky Shield, Wood Hammer, Rock Slide. Again, Giga Slow, Giga Defensive, very low special attack, but because of the Trick Room, obviously it'll be going first. Then we have Farigiraf with Focus Sash, Armor Tail, which prevents us from getting hit with priority moves. Trick Room, Dazzling Gleam, Protect, Psychic. I think this is overall pretty good. It's gonna be hopefully good enough. Hopefully a good enough Trick Room setter. It might just explode. It's got Giga Low speed too, so it's not gonna end up in situation. Because like I'm gonna be pairing it with stuff like obviously Incineroar and other Mons with priority moves. So we'll see. And then we have Rotom Wash with Protect, Will-O-Wisp, Switch, Hydro Pump. This is like supposed to be on the other mode pretty much, where the idea. Wait, what is this? What? That's not right. That's not right at all. That was a weird nature to have on it. But yeah, we want this to be kind of specially bulky, and we want this to also be sort of fast so that it can deal with the fact that most of the other Mons are not. Same with obviously Arcanine Hisui, where it's gonna be, it and Rotom Wash are gonna be the average speed Mons in the team, while also having priority to make sure that they can, like, Arcanine Hisui having priority to make sure that I can actually hit things if I am not in Trick Room, for example. Or like if I am in Trick Room and I'm running it on my team. Sorry. Then for the second team, we have Politoed, Meganium Mega, Whimsicott, Cerulege, and Glimmora Mega. Politoed with Protect, Encore, Chilling Water, Icy Wind. For speed control, it's max speed investment. Chilling Water obviously lowers attack 100% of the time. It's not a spread move though. But yeah, we have two different types of moves here. We have a Water type, which is Stab, and an Icy Wind for speed control, as I said. Encore, obviously, because I kind of want to sometimes lock my opponent into doing some dumb shit like Protects, and then I would have a Protect of my own. We have Drizzle on it because of the fact that we have Meganium Mega here, which has Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Synthesis, and Solar Beam. Because of Mega Soul, it can use all of these moves as if they were under the sun. I am kind of wondering if I should be running Protect instead of Synthesis, and I think that would make sense because even if this thing is fairly fast, it's probably gonna blow the fuck up. So I'm gonna give you, even if I think Recovery is kind of nuts, I'm gonna give you Protect. But yeah, Energy Ball, Fire type move, Solar Beam, 1 turn, and 100% accurate, and then Dazzling Gleam for Fairy Stab. It's pretty good. Whimsicott with Subfocus Sash, Tailwind, Protect, Encore, Moonblast, similar mode to Politoed here, but if I specifically want to run, if I wanted to have something that enables the rest of my guys who are kind of slow, well, not kind of slow, I just want to speed everybody up, I can use Whimsicott with Tailwind for that. I want to have my fast guys become even faster. I can always rely on this. Obviously Protect, Encore, Moonblast. Again, Encore, this time with priority, really strong. Moonblast, fairly okay. Can deal with some dragon types pretty well. But yeah. Then we have Cerulege with Choice Scarf, Flash Fire. I could be running something like weak armor to make it go giga fast, but because we have, obviously we have what is it called again? We have Tailwind. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. We have Tailwind. I can kind of make this guy giga fast. He just doesn't have any. I obviously also have Choice Scarf on it, so I don't need to be running it, making giga fast. But yeah, Flash Fire for fire immunity to maybe switch it into Meganium if I'm not running Politoed on my team, which I'm likely not doing because I'm running Cerulege, and Cerulege obviously I would only be running if I wanted to make sure that I can use fire type moves on my opponent, for example, or having a ghost type on board that isn't a dragon type. But Bitter Blade or Chop, Shadow Claw, X-Scissor, it might not be able to take a hit really pretty well, but we'll see if it can. Okay, at all, that is. Oh yeah, Dragapult with Colbur Berry so that it takes half the damage from dark type attacks. Sucker Punch, Dragon Dart, U-turn, Protect. Because I was looking at this and I think what I found was, just dies to Sucker Punch. Like 100% of the time, you just die to Sucker Punch. So Colbur Berry really mitigates that. And then we have Glimmora Mega with Adaptability, obviously. Wait, the base ability should be Toxic Debris. Yes. I'm going to double check that it's actually the correct one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I also should make sure that this is the correct one because I want to... This Pokemon cannot be status and rest will fail. Or I think having that would be... But Overgrow could also matter because you're slow, right? But at the same time, if I'm going into a Sun team, the status immunity might be useful. But anyhow, we're gonna go for this anyway. But yeah, Glimora with Spiky Shield, Power Gem, Sludge Wave, and Toxic. Obviously, if it gets hit, it sets up Toxic Spikes itself. I'm kind of wondering if I should not be running Toxic because of that, and I should be running something like Rock Slide instead. So, because I have this one already. Let me think. Would it be worth? Could also be running Boom and booming on shit, but Boom's kind of weak in the year 2026. I don't see why I wouldn't just keep Toxic. Just in case it ends up in a situation where it doesn't get hit, I can also always use Toxic to threaten poisoning my opponent. So let's just keep it like that. Then my third team is T-Tar, Excadrill, Hydreigon, Aegislash, Garchomp, and Corviknight. This is a pretty standard sand team. I don't think I need to really explain. Originally, I was intending to run this with a Excadrill Mega, but I realized that the Excadrill Mega would just kill my own T-Tar. So instead, I have pivoted to having just a Mega T-Tar so that I can activate multiple instances of Sandstream, for example. So yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. I think it's fairly self-evident what this team will do. Then we have a team that I yoinked from Wolfie VGC because Weebfox was watching Wolfie, and Wolfie was like, okay guys, I'm going to make Drampa great again. And then he was like, okay, we're going to play Alakazam because Alakazam gets speed swap. So we're going to play Alakazam with Drampa. Okay. And then we need a bunch of stuff surrounding that. And then the last Pokemon that Wolfie talked about was fucking Caesar. I don't even remember if it was Caesar with Caesarite, but anyhow, we have Caesar in here and Alakazam. So we got both top 3 Mons, and the Banette is on the in the first team. So yeah. Sinistcha with Surgeberry, Hospitality, Machagacha, Life Dew, Trick Room, Rage Powder. Pelipper with Focus Sash, Drizzle, Protect, Tailwind, Hurricane, Weather Ball. Scizor with Scizorite, Technician, Bullet Punch, Sword Stance, Protect, Bug Bite. Obviously, this is supposed to be a sweeping set, and with Pelipper on the team, it's going to be pretty good. Drampa with Berserk, Hyper Force, Calm Mind, Protect, Earth Power. Alakazam with Colbur Berry, Inner Focus, a Light Screen, Reflect, Speed, Swap, Psychic. And Basculegion with Mystic Water, Swift Swim, Protect, Wave Crash, Last Respects, and Aqua Jet. And then the last one is Typhlosion Hisui, Aerodactyl, Mousehold, Floyd Eternal, Sizzler, and King Gambit. Typhlosion Hisui with Choice Scarf, Blaze. I think Frisk is better here. Lava Plume, Eruption, Shadow Ball, Overheat. Obviously, it's going to be Giga Fast, so we're going to be hopefully killing our opponents with Eruptions. And then outside of that, we might have to switch them out. I was kind of hoping for something that could take a hit. But hey ho, here we are. Lava Plume, obviously, for afterwards, if we end up coming in and we are not dead yet, we can use Lava Plume or Overheat, and Shadow Ball for everything else. Aerodactyl, Focus Sash, Unnerve, Tailwind, Rock Slide, Protect, Dual Wing Beat. Mousehold with Choppleberry for resistance to fighting. Friend Guard, so that it helps your teammates not take a gazillion damage. Super Fang, Protect, Follow Me, and Helping Hand. This thing has been pretty good, actually, from what I hear, because it threatens to cut your opponent's HP in half, and on top of the fact that it's really good for supporting Mons. And then Floyd Eternal, I think this is like one of the best Mons in the entire game. Like, specifically Floyd Mega. Calm Mind, Moonblast, Protect, Dazzling Gleam. I don't remember what the ability was. I think it's your moves do like 1.33 times more damage or something. Sneasel with White Herb, Unburden, Fake Out, Dark Claw, Close Combat, Protect. I wanted a Mon with Fake Out, so I put this guy in because I think that'll be really useful. Having 2 Fake Outs would be really nice, but here we are. Kowtai Cleave, Protect, Sucker Punch, Iron Head on King Gambit with slightly... Wait, what was the point of having... Because I remember I put this at 101 for some reason. Oh, yeah. It was so that in Tailwind, my King Gambit would outspeed Aerodactyls that are max speed invested. I was just thinking, like, okay, it's not really relevant, but, like, specifically Aerodactyl. But I was thinking, oh, that's probably a good tier to try to hit here, minimum. But yeah, that about does it. I think this is gonna be really fun, like, genuinely. Anyhow, good luck with the games.
Pokemon champions,
I love
indeed.
Pokemon champions. Out of happiness.
Congratulations to the Pokemon Prague series for making it a year. Wahoo!
Wow!
So hello everybody, welcome to the anniversary episode, I guess. And for something different, we are now doing the very recently added to Showdown Pokemon Champions format. And we're doing 5 different teams, but honestly, I think let's at least start with, we just do a best of 1, we just play each team once and we'll see how we feel afterwards / how fucking long it's been, because I think even after 5 games of VGC, my brain is gonna be so fucking fried, so then we can, see where to go from there. But I think it's also like fine to. It's then kind of replicating, you know, how if you're hopping on ladder on champions, how it is. You just queue up, you have your 6, your opponent has your 6, you both pick your 4, you play one game, and that's it.
Hell yeah.
Now, obviously, the difference here is that we are playing on open team sheets, so we haven't done this before. But essentially, what this means is that Jeexx and I both know the ability, everything, essentially everything about our opponent's team. It's like we have the. Oh yeah, that's actually one thing that I didn't think about. We actually even have EVs, which I guess realistically we should have done this without putting in the EVs, because that's something that you can play around with. But now we actually have perfect information, which is kind of fun.
I don't think that really matters. I'm gonna click buttons, bro.
That's very much fair. So
this Sinistcha that you got.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good Sinistcha, you know.
Thanks, man. Wait, is there? Yeah. Oh.
Very nice, very nice. I mean, what does Calm give you? Oh, it's more special defense. Oh.
Big analysis. Oh, there it is. We have this. Oh yeah, the Champion's Calic is automatically, like, I guess set to 50. Oh yeah, cool. Cool. Anywho, actually, do you want to? Also, yeah, when it came to putting up the names, I was just like doing bullshit because I had no idea what to do.
Nuzzles Hugh, Uganda Knuckles, Tide Pod, bro.
It's a bunch of great names,
bro. At least you put on some like creative names, okay? I was like, Bennett, Mega, it's done for. Ghost Freak.
We're definitely stretching the definition when it comes to creative, but I appreciate it, man.
I mean, I think these are far more creative than me just going on the fucking... Is it the Ben 10 Pokédex?
The Ben 10 Pokédex is hype, though.
Yeah, the Tricks Dex. It shows you all of the Ben 10 aliens that have existed in the series, from like the earliest ones to the latest ones. It shows you all the original 10, and then it has all of the ones from the original series up until like way big, and then it shows you Alien Force ones, and then I don't even know what the fuck these guys are. But they stopped, like, I noticed this, that they stopped doing bipedal aliens at some point. They just decided they're not doing them anymore, pretty much.
Maybe which
kind of sucks.
There was too much furry stuff going around. They were like, we don't fuck with this stuff, so you know what?
I mean,
we're putting an end to it all.
We're killing him.
We've seen.
I don't think being, like, I think being bipedal is more likely to get like furries going.
Yeah, so that's why they stopped doing it, right?
No, they stopped doing characters that are quadrupeds.
Oh yeah, you said
they're
like,
doing only bipedal.
Doing bipedal.
Sorry, yeah. They started doing they started only doing bipedal characters.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes more sense. So then it's just the other way around. They want to cater to the furries.
But then there's shit like, what the fuck is a jury rig? This thing is awful.
Wait, is this?
I can't get over how much money Ben 10 as a franchise has made. I'd never felt that big. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that a lot of the merchandise that they had made a ton of money. But it also kind of makes sense, because when you think about the original series, it's a really good concept for an early 2000s show. It's like, it hit at the perfect time, and it was marketed well enough, and had decent enough games where the beat-em-ups were okay.
Dude, I own so many Ben 10 games. I don't know why I said owned. Yeah. I still own all of those. Actually, I can go get them right now, if I would
also,
like to.
I gotta ask.
Yeah?
Is Cannonbolt not the best one from the original set? Well, not the original, but like the original series.
That's actually funny because I think he's the wackest.
I think he's the fucking coolest.
I think.
Did you watch the series?
The only time I ever saw Ben 10 was when we were traveling abroad and watching cartoons on the telly, and it was Ben 10 dubbed to
Italian
Spanish.
or some shit. Okay. So in the actual series, right? Ben originally has 10 aliens, and then one of them leaves. So Ghost Freak leaves. He leaves his Omnitrix because Ghost Freak is actually sentient. Because it turns out that the Ghost Freak, the species of alien that Ghost Freak is like every single bit of them is an entity unto itself. So the DNA that was used to create Ghost Freak in the Omnitrix is actually like a living alien that is just confined into the Omnitrix, which is fucked up. And then after Ben loses Ghost Freak, he ends up fighting Villagax, who's the like main villain. You know Villagax from the game. He ends up in a situation where he has to fight against him, but he can't fucking beat him, and he's panicking the fuck out, and he's trying to mash the Omnitrix. And in out of nowhere, he gets a new alien, and that new alien is Cannonball. And that's when it turns out, oh, he's not Ben 10. He can have like a nigh infinite amount of these aliens. We don't know how many he has in the Omnitrix right now. He only has access to 10, but there's more of them in there. That's cool. It's like when the entire structure of the show kind of shifts from being just about how will Ben deal with this monster of the week to being like, okay, how will Ben be able to utilize the Omnitrix to actually improve his situation? It's kind of cool. And then he obviously gets a billion more that I don't even know how he gets them, but hey, that's the part why I think Cannibal is cool. Wild One is also neat, but that's because he was fucking broken and Protector of the Earth.
Gotcha. Wait,
massive normals. For culture without like Sentai transportation stuff, it feel the niche. Yeah. I think Kevin 11 is the best and worst. Oh, Kevin 11, yeah. I was born to be a Smogon, to mirror tin-based protagonist. Yeah. There's also an episode in the series called Ben 10,000. Which has Ben and Gwen traveling to the future to meet their future counterparts. And Ben is called Ben 10,000 because he's got 10,000 aliens. Hell.
Absolute
It's just
cinema.
Yeah. And then all of the aliens that he has are like stronger versions, essentially, because he's just bigger and stronger. So. But it's also interesting because it turned...
No, I was just gonna say that. Then there's Alien X. That's just big fuck you.
Alien Next.
X.
Oh yeah, the fucking thing that has 3 personalities in there or some shit. This thing, yeah.
Anyways.
Hell yeah, way big. Anyways.
This is gonna be a long one. Should we get on with it?
Bro, I've been waiting for you the whole time.
Oh yeah, I wanted to let you finish the yappenings, but I'm good to go. Let's get this show on the road. So, at least to start us off with, like, let's do well, just best of one with one game with each team, and then at the end of those 5, we can chat, and then let's see what we're doing afterwards. But I think it's probably gonna be plenty enough, but we'll reconvene at that point. And obviously, whichever order you do the teams in doesn't matter. It's whatever your heart desires.
Okay.
Nothing but the best of luck, and let's have fun. And I will see you afterwards. I will send the challenge in just a second.
Okay.
All right, so Pokemon Champions. I have not played a single game of Champions, so this is gonna be new for both of us. And I think, honestly, I'll just start with the Sun team and we'll see what happens. So, as I said, like, I have on my other screen, I have open the teams that Jeexx sent me on Pokepaste. I also sent him mine. So, like I said, we do know each other's sets exactly. So that's why I'm also probably using a different calc instead of the one that I have ported here. Just as a heads up. Once again, I'll run some Glitch City on here. So starting off with Bennett. So this is a Trick Room team, as expected. So we'll do this. So Insane is always coming, and probably Farigiraf. My King Gambit looks pretty bad here, but he is Mega Bennett. Actually don't love the Sun mode of my team here that much, because I don't have a lot of ways to. He has a lot of ways to actually utilize the Sun. Like the Sun team, I think is. Wait. Wait, that's fine. Oh, they just have the team sheets here. W Showdown. As always. That's really cool. But yeah, I honestly Starmie isn't great here either. And my team is very fast. But I do think Crit is so, because the issue here is that he also could be double intimidate, in which case I would like to bring these. I do think I need whims. There's a chance that he just starts by going into Trick Room mode, but like the double intimidate is too scary to bring only physical attackers. So honest to God, oh yeah, I should have started this a long time ago. I do think there's a world where he doesn't have weather, so the Charizard doesn't really matter. I could do Whims and Charizard. Technically. If he is bringing in, starting with the Trick Room mode to at least punish it a little. I'll try this. We'll do these, and I think it needs to be King Gambit and not. King Gambit is good into his Mega. That's about it. But am I gonna deny Mega Bennett its chance to actually shine? This is better into the Trick Room mode. And this is better into the fire types, which otherwise like I get absolutely smoke with. I'll do this. If I let his Trick Room mode shine, I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, this is good, because this could be a, actually I can see, is this a Mega? It is Mega Chestnut, so he has decided to bring in the Mega Chestnut instead. This will be setting a tail Trick Room. I could go Tailwind, but like obviously it doesn't really do anything. Unfortunately, I don't do much with here. Chestnut doesn't have. I'll Moonblast here, I'll Mega, and I'll click Heat Wave to maybe get his Mega immediately. Okay, that's a good spiky, but I'm fine with that. And here comes the Trick Room. Now the thing here is, there's a chance that he Okos me here. But actually wait. Does this work? I don't know if this actually works, because Armor Tail might proc prank. Actually, yeah, it's gonna block Prankster, so it doesn't work. So I'll just do this. I'm pretty sure it would block Prankster. But what if it doesn't though? But we actually don't have time to do calculations here, really, because there's so little time. Rock Slide doesn't OHKO me, thank God. I died that though, I do, and I Rock Slide flinch. GG. I don't think this thing dies. Because, yeah, I mean, I just lose. Unfortunate. Whatever. He has free instant here. At least we get some chip. Yeah. But this game is over because he outspeeds me, kills me with Psychic. Yeah, no point. The Rock Slide immediately won him the game. But now we don't have to deal with that. At least these games are fast, you know? So, oh yeah, I have it open already. Alright, that's game number 1. I don't think, I was initially gonna timestamp these games, but I guess I'd rather not, because that way, like, I'm actually gonna be, Actually, there's no risk on, like, because he would have played 2 Trick Room teams in a row. So I'll actually play this next, because obviously we would want to avoid, what's his face? Would want to avoid, mirror matches as much as possible, because we're trying to show off a lot of stuff. I'm kind of curious now, because a part of me wanted to encore. Yeah, okay, so he's playing Rain. This thing has Flash Fire, so it could come to this. I'm expecting like Politoed Meganium, maybe. I need to keep Torkoal in the back for sure. Meganium is really good into my team. The Weather Wars are gonna be big here. Like, he's always bringing Politoed 100%. And I think I go these two. Arcanine is not great. It's not that bad actually, but Golagger is just way better. Is there a world where I can bring in Oranguru instead? I do really want Trick Room up to combat the Tailwind. I don't think he's bringing Wims though, but he could. The Dazzling Gleam isn't great. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I think I could do Oranguru, Clefable, Torkoal, and Golurk. But there is no time for Calyx whatsoever. But I guess that's fine. Is once again, I like that he's doing what I'm doing in most of my teams, where you're like doing double mega. I think that's cool. Show me Politoed. Okay, it's these two, so it's Politoed in the back, and honestly, against this team, it might be Glimora, but I still think it's Meganium. I am Mental Herb, so even if it is Taunt, that's fine. Obviously, he can encore me in the Trick Room, but that's perfect fine. I'm gonna Trick Room, and I'm going to follow me. This is always the, like, I'm playing hard Trick Room, so I'm always doing this. The scary thing is Politoed in the back, but it's like, I do have also Moonblast on this thing to potentially blow up the Dragapult. Oh yeah, and you see the item now here. So this thing is Sash. That's fine. And U-turn? Actually don't mind that. Please bring in Politoed or something. Yeah, it is Glimora. That makes sense. Trick Room goes up. And now the question here is, I don't really care for the Encore here. I could protect and bring in Torkoal. But how much damage would I take if I bring in Golurk? Golurk is semi-bulky, but Glimmer does a lot of damage. I think I'll Psychic the Glimora and bring in Golurk here. I think there's also a good chance that Glimora protects here, but we'll see. Toxic Debris is obviously annoying. Go doubles back into Pult, that's fine. We get some chip on the Pult and we eat a Moonblast. Chill on that. And my Golurk is slower, so I could instruct the Golurk to move twice. Golurk isn't great into these two though. So I actually think I will Psychic here, Omega, and do I want to protect here? I'll go Thunder Punch here to break the Sash, because we do need to break the Sash anyway. This does look like a double. Okay, let's get a Para going. Para. Toxic Debris goes around, that's fine, and the thing protects. Okay, now here, I want to attack with both, so I then have a double protect for the last thing, potentially. But I think I Psychic this, and I'm gonna... Do I just Headlong Rush? I'm probably dying here. I'll Headlong Rush this. As you can see, I'm very bad at VGC, and also like you have to make choices really fast. The Toxic Debris is going to be annoying, but we know 3 Mons here. There's the Spiky Shield. We expected this. There's the Sucker Punch, doesn't kill, and we get the KO back. And we do still have 1 more turn of Trick Room, which is good, and Glimora can't protect now. So Glimora is always gonna switch out here, I'm pretty sure. Like, okay, he does bring in Wimps. I don't think Encore doesn't do anything here, because I will just be Psychicking this lot and Headlong Rushing this lot. He's always like switching this thing out, but everything in the back like doesn't appreciate Headlong Rush anyway, and we get to break the Sash off Wimps here. We do lose Trick Room afterwards, and like Torkoal isn't looking great here, but yeah. We win the Weather War probably now, because this thing should not die. Okay. That is annoying. We break the Sash here, and we lose Golurk. But now we do get to bring in... do I want to bring in Torkoal, actually? Because I can bring in Clef, and once again, like, follow me Trick Room. I actually think that makes the most sense. I will be Trick Room, follow me, because these things... I don't have my Sash intact, but these things still can't overcome me. I would love to win the Weather War, like, here by killing Politoed, but I don't think we can do that. We do need Trick Room up to win this game, and it's gonna be a Torkoal sweep. I don't think he has a way to prevent this from going up, unless he has Taunt, but obviously we can see that he doesn't. Icy Wind and Chilling Water. What the... I'll be so honest, I don't know what Chilling Water does. Oh wait, is it the guaranteed drop attack? 10 seconds? 5? Okay. Yep, that's perfect fine. Check Room. And this time I will actually be staying back in. I will be Psychicking this, and I will stay in and click the follow me. That's perfect fine. Because I always OHKO Glimmer as well here, so I want my Clef to go down. And obviously I don't care about the poison on Clef because it has Magic Guard. He could switch Whims into Glimmora, but then he is guaranteed giving me the weather. And I don't think Power Gem is killing my Torkoal from Poison Chip either. Yeah, this thing should die to the Psychic. Oh, it doesn't. I guess I calced that then. That's perfectly fine. Does he actually want to kill my Clef? He needs to use Spiky Shield here. So the right play for him is actually to not attack my Clef. But just in case, the right play for him is not to attack. Do I still go? No. I'll stay in. I'd rather take the one Weather Ward guaranteed. Actually, I don't guarantee that, because can he Spike a Shield? No, yeah, he can Spike a Shield. So I'm actually doing this. Because I think he is attacking me. I'm losing the Weather Ward this way, but I still think I still win. That's fine. I think even with the rain, like, I just kill him with their option. But now the question is, do I beat the Glimmora? Yeah, and then Inshra kills Politoed here. Okay. I think I had it locked there anyway. This is a Glim. Oko. Torque. Because if Glim Oko Stork I kill Glim, then it's a question of which of these wins. This Whims kill Orang. Because next turn you kill Cole, I kill Glim. And it's Whims 1v2. Full HP Orang and Clef. So I think still win. Clef is a max investment and a small blast. So the rest of this plays out. He brings in Glimmora, kills my Torkoal, I kill the Glimmora with Oranguru. Then I bring in Clef, and then I click Moonblast and I click Psychic, and Jeexx can't kill both of those, and then I just win. So it didn't luckily matter. Luckily the game ended when it was already done. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not doing Calyx at all because the timer is genuinely so fucking rough. All right, next up, what do we want to do? This one's good. This one. So what do I have left? I have done this. I've done my sun. I could do snow. I could do rain. I could do sand. Oh yeah, wait, I wanted to see one thing about this, which is, yeah. What do I want to do, realistically? Like, that's what I'm wondering here.
I'm leaning towards either sand or rain. He's done rain, so do I just do rain?
I guess we'll do rain because he just did rain, so there shouldn't be a mirror matchup there. Whereas if he goes for sand and I go for sand, like then there's a chance that we just end up in a mirror, which would suck. So what has Jeexx done? He has done this. He's done. Okay, I'm so glad I didn't go sand. Oh, he wanted the mirror? This rat. Crocodile is not great here. I think sand. We do want the he does have a lot. Oh, is this which one? It is a special this, and it is body press Corviknight. Crocodile is really bad here actually. Does he have tailwind? He doesn't have tailwind, but this thing is sand rush, and it's okay. Which how much speed is? It's max speed Tyranitar, so it should be faster than me. The Archaludon is kinda meh here, but if it's better still than this. I actually think I leave Archaludon behind. I think I do Politoed, Meganium, and then Fish Talonflame in the back. Racial spoilers as names, so they get removed. I see. Yeah, I don't, because Archaludon isn't great into this team. Well, actually, this gives me another rain, which is nice. No, I'll just do the rain quadro. I'm not expecting the Tyranitar lead, but my lead is good into if he does Tyranitar. This VGC is way too fucking stressful, man. The timer is the biggest thing. He has like, he has 3 rock slides, which is mostly why I don't want to do Talonflame. Otherwise I would have done Talonflame. Oh, he did do, okay. So he does have, obviously, Mega T-Tar, which, like, he definitely could do here. I mean, Dazzling Gleam goes hard here. Neither of these can hit my Tyranitar. Sorry, my Meganium, really. I think I'm doing Gleam here, and... Actually, do I just do Gleam Helping Hand? Fuck it. He's probably protecting T-Tar. Wait. Surely he brings in... Yeah, I was gonna say one of the steel types. Okay, it did an Oko. That's fine though. I think T-Tar always protects here, so I will protect this. I think the switch out is so obvious, but I still think I'll do it. He committed the Mega here. Actually, do I protect and then I'll go Basque. No clue. I actually don't know if Meganium gets... Okay, switch is fine. Yep, I figured. Alright, then we will go... What was this? Garchomp, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Rock Slide. He doesn't really have great ways to hit me either. I'll Dazzling Gleam and I'll Wave Crash the slots. Actually, yeah. I wanted to switch, but it didn't have time to read it. No flinch. You're so talented. Is it gonna be 1 win for Weebfox and 2 wins for Rock Slide? That's funny. They even nerfed Rock Slide flinch for this. Actually, yeah, Rock Slide is 20% now. Rock Slide and Iron Head, I think, both went from 30 to 20%. VGC definitely has a lot more like variance. That's fine. He double protected here. It takes there. I take the Air Slash and a crits. Okay, man. Do we even play it? I'm good. Okay, if he goes T-Tar here, what happens? And how likely is he to do it? I'll see if I can live. I mean, I'm sturdy. I can kill it always with this. I think he goes T-Tar here, so I'm gonna do this. I do have another crit. This thing is Scarf, I do know that. Which one is he killing though is the question. Okay, we want the Weather War this way. I do need to, if I double into this thing, does it even matter? No. I'll drop a Draco here and I'll click Last Respects on this. I think I still lose. Dude, he went Rock Slide Flinch, crit, crit. And by the way, it's Yachiberry, it's not Skullplane's Garchomp. So bro went 20%, 5%, 5%. This dude is just too talented. He fucked up. I actually won. Me winning this game is actually fucking insane. Holy moly. I would say it feels bad, but That is insane. I mean, even okay, he kills that thing there. It faster than I bring this in. I'm faster. Politoed was full life with para. He does have Draco though. I don't know how it goes after, but honestly, thank God we don't have to worry about that. Does Jeexx, by the way, does he have all weathers? He does have rain, and then this last one, does this have anything? Doesn't, okay. So he still has rain. And I guess, do I just do sand here? I guess since he doesn't have anything, it doesn't matter. Actually, then it there's a chance that the last one would be a float mirror. Obviously, I don't know if I'm bringing a float, so but we'll do this. Because I'm realizing also now, I looked at the other two, he's done stuff in order. So if he's going in order, that means that his last one would be the float team. So I guess I'd rather do this so we don't have a float mirror. Because I'm just trying to avoid mirrors. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I did this. Because, like I said, I'm just trying to avoid mirrors as much as possible. Now the thing here is, Mega Frostlass is dog shit into this team. But he does also have Mega Scizor that completely explodes Float, so... that sucks. I did go take a like really bad team, I will say that much. I still think I'm doing this, and this. Oh, probably hasn't been 2 minutes yet. Because he has... actually... he has some ice weaknesses. But is there a world where I don't play Floats? These are his favorites. He's definitely bringing these two. He's not bringing Drampa because Drampa is the other Mega. The issue here, I brought two Megas that both lose to Scizor here. So, fuck it. I'll just do this. And now it's definitely been 2 minutes. The issue here is like, me going the way of like, okay, I want to make sure that we don't see mirrors. I definitely put myself in a really bad matchup. But the last team that Jeexx has, I'm looking at it, the only Mega there is Float, and Float is the best Mega in the game. So I'm sure like he can showcase Float if I can't. The power of Snow Warning Frostlass is also, like their Frostlass Mega, is also that you can win Weather Wars, but I don't care about that much against this Pelipper team. And like looking at his team, I think he's leaving Pelipper and... actually, is he Swift Swim on... this is Swift Swim, okay. Then he's leaving probably Drampa and Sinistra behind. Which to be fair, that's like two ice weaknesses and they're just gone. But like Alakazam and Scizor, he's always bringing in, those are his favorite mons, and then he has the other Rain 2 stuff. So he could bring in, what's his face? Basculegion. With Sinistra and leave Pelipper behind. But I think he's bringing in the two favorites and... oh, okay. Well, I will be call-minding here. Because I do... this is what... inner focus prevents this thing from flinching. This thing is probably protecting, if I had to guess. So I do have a pretty safe switch here to... like... Surely Drumba protects here. He's setting up light screen. He does have Colbur Berry as well. I'll pop the Colbur Berry. I think fake outing the Drampa doesn't make sense, yeah. Oh, he does have both. So he just has a no item, this thing here. Yeah, there's the Colbur Berry. Now, the issue here is I'm pretty sure I just explode to, what's his face? So let's do this and this. I don't have a good ways today dealing with Caesar, but at least it's Caesar with no item. That means that he doesn't have his rain mode, so he does have Sinistra. Yeah. There's Reflect. We can kill Alakazam here, because it doesn't have Protect. I think actually not sure light screen. Probably. Alakazam. Let's clean this up. Do we kill this thing with Dazzling Gleam? Oh, we do. Okay. So I can Dazzling Gleam and follow me. I don't think we'll... If he switches, that's even better because I have Sash, so I can follow me again next turn. Okay, Psychic, and there's the Dazzling Gleam. There's the SD. I think that's fine. I'm pretty sure I still lose to Caesar, but like I said, not much I can do about that, obviously, with this team. So I think I'll still just Moonblast here and follow me. But if you just look at my team, obviously, I just don't have ways to deal with Caesar. He does have a Drumpa without an item now. But it should be because... Actually, Machagacha doesn't kill me. If I just set up light screen here. If I... Actually, no. Would he even want to set up Trick Room? Probably not. I'm lucky. Here's the Bug Bites. There is the Trick Room, okay. But now he does have to Bullet Punch here. Actually, wait, did he fuck up? Because I do have Fake Out Pressure now. This thing is always clicking Rage Powder. So I will Protect, and I will Throat Chop just kills it, so I will kill this thing. I do have to give up my boost here, obviously. Or more likely the Floette itself. Police, for whatever reason, Protect. So actually, it doesn't matter. As long as he clicks Rage Powder. But I think it's too obvious that I'm faking out Caesar here, because I have it for free. So I think he wants to Rage Powder here. Yeah, okay. You've got to be fucking kidding me, man. Okay, light screen is off now. That is really unfortunate, though. Reflect is up still. He needs to decide which KO he's taking here, though. Or, obviously, he could also switch. But I will Dazzling Gleam, and I will... once again, a Throat Chop here. That was good play on his part, though. Calling out the Protect. It's surprisingly close, given obviously our team matchups. But his Drumpa not having an item is... there's a lot there. Okay. Interesting. He elected to take that KO. I don't think Jumper can kill me here though. If I Dazzling Gleam and figure out here. I think Dazzling Gleam Okos. Actually, do I want just... I could Moonblast here, but he could also protect this. Now the issue here is, because I have already Sash on Mousehold, I didn't have a good Sash for... Good thing for Sneasler. Also, I forgot to... I'm realizing now, so the coaching shouldn't be coaching. This coaching should be protect. Yeah, that's a mistake. Yep, that's fair. I think this Okos though. Okay. Definitely Okos, right? Yeah, okay. So now he kills this, and do I kill him with close combat? I guess that's what decides it. Does this close combat kill him from 47%? That's literally what decides it. So well 0.5% to Oko. He did have okay. He's obvious. Actually, do I protect here? It's a 50-50 because if I protect here and call it correct, I'm gonna be greedy. Fuck it. Let's see. I'm the greatest. Okay, it killed anyway. GG. That was actually like the first good. Moonblast kills. Dazzling Gleam did 53%. They nerfed it, so it's balanced now. Smile. Alright, what we're at the runtime? 53 minutes. Oh. Snore. Psychic. Snore. I wouldn't, because Psychic is boring, but anyways. Alright, and then, oh whoops, wrong one. Then there was one. So now we're getting the Mega Float treatment. So what do I have left? This. Oh yeah, also let me fix this because I completely forgot that. Not like it matters. Actually, it doesn't matter. Now I can't do the lead that I want to because follow me fucks me up there. Okay, what if I just hit the Oko anyway? It would be really funny. Dude, this matchup is so bad. I don't have steal moves. Like, Floet just kills me immediately. Because enchantment works the way I think it is, right? You can do it on your opponent as well. Target, yeah. Yeah, that's whatever. I think this is definitely the rain team is like the coolest out of the bunch. I think I'll ask Jeexx after, like, we could do a best of 3 with one of these teams, because I'm sure like he wants to play the Scizor Alakazam team more. But yeah, unfortunately, because of redirection, I can't really do the Oko funny. And if you look at my team, I solo lose the Floettes. Oh, interesting. Well, he has the faster fake outs. But he does need to fake me out, though. This thing has Eruption. Light Screen, Mega Evolution, Protect, probably. Fuck it, sure. Yep, that's what he always needed to do. Okay, then we do Light Screen and fucking, this thing is not Sash. Sure, whatever. I can just lose to Typhlosion, but I'm kinda just doing shit. I'm sure he has these two in the back. Because Aerodactyl can't Mega, right? No. Aerodactyl is his Sash. Okay, Meowstic did what he wanted to. And I died to recoil. And then we bring in these two. Just a friend guard. It would be really funny, I will say that much. This also obviously doesn't do anything. Just fucking life do for the hell of it. Tricker would be really funny. No, let's click life do. I'm probably dying Oko anyway, but that's fine. I kind of just like, because I couldn't do my Oko funny, which is obviously like Mega with Havlocha, give with Entrainment, give no guard to this thing, and then click Fissure and Horn Drill. I couldn't do that, so I was well, like, let me just do whatever. But yeah. So 3-2 ends our set. Let me ask Jeexx. Howdy.
GG's.
GG's.
So /FF works.
Okay.
Or
yeah, I mean, I had nothing to say there because nothing happened in that match, so.
Yeah. I mean, it was just I click Eruption with Choice Scarf, Giga Zooming, Typhlosion.
Yeah, and I said it earlier because I was like trying to just ensure that we're not getting mirror matches, so I wanted to just make sure about that, which obviously resulted in the final two being really bad matchups, but just maneuver behind it in game 4, but obviously in that last one, Mons has redirections, which means I can never do my entrainment Oko funny, which is the only thing that the team kind of wants to do. But we're at 1 hour exactly. So
Oh shit.
if you want to, we can do like pick one of your teams and we can run a best of 3 with one of each of our teams and call it there.
Or
Because I was talking about it. I think I know what team you want to play more of. And
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean by that?
and I definitely have my favorite out of the bunch as well. So we can just run one best of 3 and then we can call it there because the runtime is currently like it's perfectly fine. Because now we're at what our like usual episode would be at, and it's fine for this to be a little longer. So just pick one of your teams. Let's run a best of 3 and then let's come back here to conclude the episode.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah,
just to check. What does entrainment do?
Entrainment gives your ability to the target. Which means that Halloween Omega has no guard. You give no guard to what's his face? Excadrill, and Excadrill had both Fissure and Horn Drill. So it's like if the target is flying or has levitate, I can Horn Drill them. If they're Ghost type, I can Fissure them. It was just like dedicated for that, and obviously that means I don't have Steel moves, so I just solo lose to Floet.
Yeah. Okay. Quick comment on the matchup there. The fact that Typhlosion hit that hard on everything, even through light screen, really threw me off.
Oh yeah, Eruption is... I mean, Eruption and Water Spout are both like moves that entire strategies are built around because they're like some of the best moves in the game. So
yeah,
it does
that makes sense now. Well, yeah.
But yeah, I'll see you after the best of 3.
Okay. Good luck with the games.
Thank you, YouTube. All right, so like I said, easily my favorite out of the bunch is the Rain team. Mega Meganium is by far my favorite new Mega Evolution. So yeah, and yeah, to nobody's surprise, gasp. I can't believe he would pick that team with Alakazam and Scizor in it. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm realizing now, I'll be so honest, I forgot about the rain mode here. There's a chance that he leaves Pelipper behind and just brings Basculegion actually. I think like, that's not too bad. Against this team specifically, Crocodile is not that bad. But I still don't know if I like it. I don't really need Talonflame. I think I'll lead these two, and I'll bring these two in the back. I'll just do the default mode to start things off, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can do something with the gamers. Oh yeah, and since I know these things, let me actually it's 32 defense. Zero extra here and 2 EVs here. I don't know if... Yeah, this is correct. Pelipper is Protect, Tailwind, Hurricane Weather Ball, HP Defense. Oh, that was changing. No, I don't know. Alright, it's these two, as expected. Colbert. He could protect, which is annoying. I don't think Icewind does much here. I think, honestly, I'll play aggressive. I'll just click buttons and see what happens. Yeah, Pelipper is... Oh yeah, wait, these are, never mind. These are wrong. Okay, I shouldn't look at those. So there's the Electro shot and there's the Source Dance. We get a little bit of chip and then we could kill, probably. If he protects, what happens? You know what? I'm not gonna think right now. But yeah, these calculations here don't actually matter. There's the speed swap, there's the bug bites, but I get the helping hand off, and I think this Okos, it's +2. Yeah. So I lose my Pelipper, but we get rid of that. Now what's coming in here? I think I always still go. Do I go fish? To just start clicking wave crash on everything? I think no matter what he brings in, I'm bringing in this and going wave crash. Because I think like my Meganium should always be Trampa, so locking myself into wave crash shouldn't be that bad. Sorry, last respects. I still have my sturdy intact. I still have my wide herb intact. I'm +2. Like. Okay, he's Swiss Fib. I'm Choice Scarf. I think I do this and Electro shot the fish. I think like there's no punish for this. Because if it kills this and I kill his fish for it, like that's perfectly fine. He can't kill this thing with Alakazam. Also, Alakazam is really slow right now because it hasn't swapped off the field with speed swap. Bro, the best case scenario would be if Jeexx wins this 2-1, so the total game count at the end of this all would be a 4-4. That would actually be so hype. I'm not gonna throw, obviously. I'll play my best, but there's the Sinistra. That's perfectly fine. I was gonna say like, yeah, this still should kill. And I do still get the +2 special attack. Dude, I am so fucking strong right now. And I don't care about the Sinistra. Do I just double into this thing? No, I last respects the Sinistra and I Electro shot this thing. That's perfectly fine. This kills now because more plus special attack. There we go. Resisted. By the way, resisted and plus special defense. Doesn't matter. No, nothing here really matters, but I mean, I'll just do this. We just click buttons. Last respects is so strong. Anyways, bam. I click the button. That's the equivalent of Jeexx just clicks. Does he expect the same lead again? Probably does. That's fair. Good luck. Like, what's the punish to this? What does he lead? I'll just do the same stuff. I'll leave it up to him to figure it out. But I do think that it's a, like, definitely favored. In my favor. Do I kill through Light Screed? With Helping Hand Draco? Helping Hand Draco does not kill. I do Icy Wind and Protect. It literally did ask, that's funny. Did he just switch? What? He just gave me the fast speed? Okay. Interesting. All right. Now he's. Now he's like, wait. My. That's so. I was so confused. I was about to say like, what the fuck? he left without even. Wait, what? Oh. You, by the way, Jeexx, you somehow came up with a strategy to leave the game without forfeiting.
Yeah, I just ult F4.
That's powerful. But yeah, I was so confused, but I figured like it was probably a misclick.
I hovered over to the thing that was in the top left thinking, oh yeah, I'm obviously clicking my own thing, because there is like no world where anybody would actually use this to target their opponent's Mon, but hey ho.
I mean, it's that way the game.
I don't like.
So that's not a showdown thing. Just you can.
I don't know. I think that was counterpicked by a full fairy team with a guy that can click psychic. Oh, sorry, electro shot.
What do you mean full fairy team? I have one fairy after Mega Evolves. Alright. Anyways, I think I heard Jeexx leave, so I guess I'll give my thoughts here. Champions, it's cool to finally have Mega Evolution back. Like, I will say that much. VGC is just fucking stressful because the timer is so short. And obviously it's extra annoying now because whereas usually... Oh yeah, does this show? Yeah. Whereas usually like I can use this for Calyx. Obviously I can't now because it's not formatted to champions. But in general, like my thoughts... Oh yeah, let me open the stream. In general, like my thoughts for champions is obviously it's missing a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of things that still need implementation. But... Oh, sorry. Mute that. There's still a lot of stuff that needs to be implemented and added and stuff like that, but it is a really good way to get new people that have been interested in playing VGC at some point into actually playing VGC, because there's no real barrier for entry, because obviously like the rental teams at the start you're going to be using are going to be really scuffed, but the fact of the matter is still that previously where you needed to have another Pokemon game and then you would transfer those into home, which also cost you money, and then you would transfer them from there into something else. You would have to go through these hoops in game to actually get them, get your Mons battle ready. Now you can just get obviously a very limited amount and limited in other ways, number of Mons from the rental stuff. Not rental. What is they? You go to the, like ranch or something? Yeah.
There's a gacha system.
Yeah, essentially from the gacha system, but still like the fact that they have EVs up. You can change those things, and you can do everything by just battling. And the game is free.
EVs cost money.
It's isn't it everything with points?
Yeah, you need to use VP, which you can gain from playing the game, or you can pay.
Yeah, I mean everything you can obviously pay because they want to make money, and that's why you're also very limited in how many Mons you can actually have in the game. But realistic, like if you're just a super beginner when it comes to VGC, you probably have like, okay, I have my favorite Pokemon. Like this is how I perceive from like watching Dado is, okay, I have my favorite Pokemon, Politoed. What can I do with Politoed? Okay, Politoed has Drizzle. Okay, let me make a rain team. You can make a rain team. You have your favorite Mon in that one team, and then you can just play with that one team. And you don't need anything else before that. Obviously, you need to still gacha it into getting that Mon, but it's still, it's a really good way to get into the game. specifically VGC, because for singles, Champions is a terrible experience because it doesn't have a 6v6, so it shouldn't be played for singles, but it is for the competitive, official competitive format, so it's more intended to be played for VGC anyway, so
Also,
it's
I
good.
have to point out they
Yep.
give you quite a few pretty good Mons, guaranteed. So you get stuff like T-Tar guaranteed
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
pull that you have. Which
Yeah, I
is like,
think-
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think like you also get
You get Whimsy
the.
Cloud for free.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think the starting, because it's like you pick one mon to start, and then I don't know if they're always the same, but from what I've seen, the little that I've seen, I think they're the same. The starting 5 alongside that, your starter that you pick, I think are always the same, and I think that includes like a Garchomp, Wims, and some other stuff, which are obviously really good mons. So it's like, if you're a total beginner, that's a really good way to get you into it. And even if like you're just a more veteran VGC player, it's still like, for VGC purposes, it's cool. But obviously, there's a lot of stuff that's missed. Like, my biggest gripe is like, because having a smaller Pokemon pool and it gets slowly expanded over time, I think that's kind of neat. Because like getting the more low power formats, I think is neat. But the biggest issue is just the current item pool, because it's like there are so few actually usable items.
Me, when half of my teams were running the exact same items, and half of those items were like citrus berry,
Yeah,
another berry,
that's.
and another berry.
I will say one thing. I also like said this like when we were playing with you. Like you had multiple teams with the same idea that I had, which I think is really cool in VGC. Which is like in VGC mega formats, having your team have 2 mega evolution, and depending on the team matchup, like you pick one of those 2, and then the other 3 you pick from the remaining like pool of 4. I think that's really cool. And I guess like the one thing that is nice about Champions having a smaller item pool is that, okay, since there are less viable items anyway, might as well have 2 Mega Stones on my team, and then the other 4 can be Sash, Citrus Berry, Choice Scarf, and then something. Which, like, that's the thing. You always have Sash, Scarf, and Citrus in your team.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, what do I want? Do I want White Herb to one-time remove Intimidate? Or do I want a type resist berry, or do I want lefties if I'm actually doing a like super bulky strategy or playing something like Milotic? But yeah, and obviously there are bugs, but that's stuff like bugs is like stuff that's gonna get fixed anyway, but at some point. So, but yeah, Jeexx, your thoughts on Champions?
I can't play Champions because I don't know Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think is it coming next month on mobile? But I know that it is
Hopefully.
coming out on mobile at some point. But
It's not like I'm gonna play it even then, but I'm just kind of pointing out.
yep.
I think it's weird that the first release is just for the Switch 2, because within the next month or so, there's gonna be such a drastic drop off in hype. Because the people that were playing this with the casual mentality of, oh, I'm gonna try the new Pokemon game that's like competitive Pokemon. Wow, I can't wait. And then they play it, and they get shit stomped by people who are actually playing the game, who know what a Pokemon move is. That isn't a flamethrower. People who click Encore sometimes, or maybe even Protect. They get washed out by people like this, and then the end result is that the people that were supposed to be the casuals in the game won't be as interested, and the player pool will be smaller when these new casuals come in, and they will get filtered similarly, but even worse because now there's not even those casuals that other than themselves that they were supposed to be playing against. I think there's a chance where the player pool might just kinda shrink over time, similarly to how a lot of fighting games do.
And I'm sure that will happen to some degree. Obviously, it depends on how they do rank resets, because but I think like for most games they usually do them like start
Just
of
like
each
this.
month, if I'm not mistaken. But it's still like, I guess it's also a way, because it's the first Pokemon game that's exclusive to the Switch 2. Focus on battling, so I guess like that's also a way to get Switch 2 sales up, and then like you get another boom in the game's player base when it comes out on mobile, obviously, because mobile gaming these days is so fucking huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is cool that it exists, and like for me personally, just the coolest part about it, Mega Evolution is back. I love Megas, man.
I think that's by far the coolest part. I do think it would be more interesting if in the future they start adding the other things as well. And you can have like the option of running one or the other, for example. Like, for example, you could have a Terra Anamon, or you could have a Mega Anamon.
I saw a Pokepaste image which was so fucking funny. Like, champions in the future. And the team had Primal Groudon, Gigantamax Charizard, then there was, I think, Scarf Chi-Yu. There was a... no, it was Gigantamax Venusaur. It was Mega Charizard Y, Fluttermane with Firium Z, and I don't remember what the last one was, probably Incineroar or something. But it's so funny to think, like, it's like, yeah, so it's like you can go Terrafire, a Firium Z, Fluttermane, and it's like, okay, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
But I don't... I mean, terrestrialization was in the trailer, so like terrestrialization is obviously coming at some point. Yeah, the trailer the initial trailer they had for Champions showed a Terra Electric Dondozo going up against a Mega Charizard. So those were like the two that were obviously confirmed that way. But whether they would do Dynamax or Z moves, I think Z moves are the least likely one because that's just stuff that nobody liked. So
Z moves are just dog shit.
Yeah, it's good. They're like, we just did gems again, but now you can use them through protect. And it's like, okay, if you have a check for your Mon, then you could just remove the check by having something else. Or having the Z crystal that just blows something up. So I don't think many people like Z moves very much, which is very fair. But I think like
considering that Incineroar is the most played Pokemon in Champions, we should definitely give him his Z move back. So that the fourth move slot can just be dedicated for blowing shit up. Oh? Thoughts?
I mean, at this point, like, just give him everything. It's not like anything matters.
You lost knockoff, bro! How will you ever use Incineroar without knockoff?
It's really funny because, like, the Incineroar set that I usually ran anyway didn't even use knockoff. I, like, prefer to use, like, a fake out parting shot, Flare Blitz, Protect. So it's not like anything mattered. The U-turn and knockoff stuff is more for Assault Vest stuff. Obviously, it's more relevant because obviously for that's it. Like, you wanted U-turn, fake out, Flare Blitz, and knockoff. But it's not like your other options are, like, that bad. But, you know, it's still fine. But I've been thinking of giving Champions a spin because I do own a Switch 2. And I could transfer stuff from home, but I honestly kind of was thinking also like doing the just organic Champions experience could be kind of fun. But currently, like, I've had so much stuff to do in regards to content. And I've also have like so many other games to play as well. So I haven't given it a spin yet, but maybe I'll try it a little bit and see how I feel about it. Mostly just because, you know, a bunch of the new Mega Evolutions, and I love playing with Megas. And I was wondering, like, is there a world where it's like, because obviously you have so many good stable mons. Also, like, you have Whimsicott, Sinistra, Garchomp, Sneasler, Incineroar, stuff like that. King Gambit. So I'm thinking, like, is there a world where I could make like
just run good stuff?
Yeah, it's like literally a free-to-play team where it's like every single Mega Evolution, like you like because you have like for most Megas you have a like good partner. Like for example, Mega Charizard Y wants Venusaur. Like if you want to do the gimmicky Oko stuff, you want Excadrill next to Mega Holocha. So I was thinking like you could be like chill with your box space in that way, where it's like I just have essentially every Mega Evolution, their partners, and then just like 5 to 7 mons that are just the good stuff.
That could work.
Oh, I guess that's it for champions. But another thing for this, like, how do you feel? Because building 5 teams, where you are allowed to only run one of each mon, like, how's the team building for this? Because there are a couple of mons that I think are really cool that I definitely would have considered if it wasn't for this.
Let me see, because I need to double check. So for the only team that, because I joined one of these teams, right?
Yep.
And it happened that,
Who could have seen it coming?
yeah.
yeah,
I don't remember which mon it was right now. Oh, I think it was Pelipper. I think I had Pelipper in another team. I think it was the one with Meganium. I originally thought to run Pelipper because I would have access to a flying mon, so that I would have something that's actually immune to rocks, not rocks, to ground.
Yeah.
But then I ended up swapping that out to the other team. But for the most part, the only team where I was like, I need to have a 6th mon, but I can't think of one that would be good. And I want it to be one that works within Sandstorm, but also doesn't need Sandstorm for anything. And I don't want it to be constantly chipped by Sandstorm. And I want it to be a threat physically and also defensively. So I went like, oh, Aegislash works.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh wait, I'm gonna blow myself the fuck up if I have to bring Hydreigon against a fairy type. Maybe I put Corviknight in as well, and now I had 2 steel types in the sand team that kind of just worked. But then the problem would also be that Corviknight doesn't actually do much, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of struggling to find a way to make the middle team and the second team work.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and for the first team, I had an idea. I was like, okay, I'm gonna run Bennett, and I'm gonna run Ferrigriff. Jerfrig's evolution. Yeah, that thing.
Ferrigriff.
Ferrigriff, yeah. The reason why I chose to run that was because it has Armor Tail and it has Focus Sash, obviously, and that means that I can set Trick Room with it, which then prevents my opponent from running their own priority sets, which is what it did in that set, or our match. It completely, I assume, blocked out you from using Tailwind and stuff with your Whimsicott.
Yeah, 'cause I was wondering, I wanted to try it, but I end up like, let me not. But I wanted to try it so bad because obviously Prankster gives your status moves priority. Armor Tail blocks priority, so I was wondering, like, could I? Because my initial, after the turn 1, my initial reaction was like, wait, if I encore him into Trick Room, he will then reverse his own Trick Room for me. But then I was like, because of Armor Tail, my Encore is going to be... because of Prankster, my Encore is going to be a priority move, which then would probably get blocked by Prankster. Armor Tail.
Yeah.
But I'm not actually sure. That's what I wanted to check.
I double-checked it, and I'm pretty sure it says it doesn't work. Like, it just completely blocks it even. It's not even a case of, like, oh, it becomes a regular move. It just
Prankster moves, yes. Because that makes sense, and that's why I didn't go for it. But there was a part of me that was like, you know what, I want to try and see if this works. But yeah.
And I felt like this team was one that just kind of slotted in perfectly, where all the mons were really good for it. Chestnut was the one where I was like, wait, I can do stuff with this. It's Giga slow, it's Giga defensive, I can give it fighting type moves, and I can just make it go brrrr. And then obviously the rest of the team is pretty obvious. I think Ghost Freak, Bennett, and Incineroar. Arcanine was something that I was thinking about for a bit, but the reason why I landed on it was because I wanted something that can fucking nuke shit. And I wanted something that can have Head Smash, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, so that it covers Flying type mons, Grass type mons, and Dark type and Rock types. And then Extreme Speed for the 4th move if I happen to be running it in the Trick Room itself, so that I can use EX Speed within Trick Room to get priority as well, in case I have to.
Yeah.
Other than that, all the teams were kind of just slotting in pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
The one with Sneasler, Mousehold, Aerodactyl, Floette, Kingambit. Didn't you have like almost exactly the same team except you had the 6th mod different? Am I misremembering?
Oh no, I had Frostlass and Rotom there, and then it was Sneasler, Incineroar, Floette, and Mousehold. So it was Sneasler and then the Mousehold Floette duo.
Yeah.
Which obviously makes sense because Friend Guard lets you set up Coal Mine for free. You have redirection as well to... Follow Me lets you set up for free. You have Friend Guard there as well to reduce damage to Floette, which actually lets it avoid some like pretty core physical moves, which just makes the pairing really good. And then it can chip like steel types that you can't really hit otherwise with Super Fang. And after a Core Mind, it kills basically every steel type with Fairy Aura. Anyhow. Floette is, but it's probably the best new Mega. It's just like the stats are too crazy, and it obviously has Xerneas' ability, so it's pretty good.
It feels like somebody really wanted people to play it.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, like this is when now talking about the team building process. For me, it was essentially like I had 5 Mega Evolutions that I wanted to play. Those being Mega Golurk, Mega Frostlass, Mega Floette, Mega Meganium, and Mega Hawlucha. Those are like I wanted to highlight new Megas, and those were the ones that I like really liked. And then like obviously, if you're looking at that, Mega Meganium always considers Sun to be up, so even during rain, you can do Fire type Weather Balls that still get the Sun boost and doesn't get reduced by rain. It's a Grass type. It just slots perfectly into a rain team, and because of Hawlucha's the funny Oko gimmick being with Entrainment, the best partner for that being Excadrill, it obviously slots into Sand really well. Frostlass sets up Snow, and Golurk is the second slowest Mega Evolution, only behind Mega Slowbro, if I'm not mistaken. So it just made sense for Trick Room. So that was like 4 teams where it's like, okay, well, I now have 4 different field conditions. The only one I'm missing is Sun. So since we were doing 5 teams, I was just like, let me just make the last one a Sun team. And it ended up shuffling around a little bit because I wanted to finish the Fire, Water, Grass core for the Sun team. I ended up just throwing in a Mega Starmie in there as well. If it was something where I didn't want to bring Sun, then I could do the other 4 Mons with Mega Starmie there. And that's how Floette ended up with Frostlass. But when I was earlier talking about the like team building process, like how things slotted in, like I think there were like the 2 Mons that I thought were like pretty cool. And this is exactly like, well, not exactly, because obviously we're limited to only 1 copy of each Mon, even between these teams, but it's still like stuff like this shines more in this low power format. Was Crocodile for the rain team. Crocodile is an intimidator that also gives me a ground type and does an electric immunity. It gets knockoff, which is nice. It also has access to taunt, where like my Talonflame is Tailwind, and this really doesn't match in well against Trick Room. So that way I have also a way of preventing Trick Room. And speaking of the Talonflame was Quick Guard, which obviously protects you against Fake Out, and it was also carrying Rain Dance. It's a fire type that learns Rain Dance, also has access to Tailwind, and obviously in rain it can then fire off Hurricanes, which I thought was like really cool. But
what the fuck? Yeah,
it's really weird, but it's just like slotted in super perfectly. That's why like I think this rain team, and also like Mega Meganium is my favorite Mega out of all of the new Mega Evolutions. Meganium, I was never a big fan of Meganium. I love Bayleaf. Bayleaf is probably my favorite mid-evolution out of any starter ever. But the issue with Meganium was always like Meganium was just so bad. And Mega Meganium, they gave it such a cool ability. And I also do like the design, it being like a really fluffy flower. I think it's really cool. So I really like that as well. I love Arcalodon. Obviously, it's one of the most nerfed mons for going from Scarlet and Violet to Champions. But still, this being like the first time I could actually play Arcalodon, I obviously wanted to use that. So everything just came in perfectly for this team. That's why I wanted to play more with this. And the other mon was Meowstic. Because I wanted to, so the issue here is that I'm very like physically bulky on the Sand team, and obviously Sand also gives stuff like Aerodactyl and Tyranitar the boost, but I'm still like super weak on the special side. Meowstic gives me Prankster Light Screen while also being a mon that gets Fake Out, which I thought was really neat. Yeah. So Meowstic gives me that, and also it gives me Priority Thunderwave, which is more speed control. And speed control is like the only thing that this team cares about, because the thing that it wanted to do was to do, what's his face? to just do Oko moves with Excadrill. And that's also the reason why my Sinistcha is carrying Trick Room. It's only there to reverse my opponent's Trick Room. Initially it was Matcha Gacha, Rage Powder, Life Dew, and Protect, but I changed the final move to Trick Room because it's literally just there. I never want Trick Room to be up. I have 4 of my 6 Mons are max speed investment, and the only one out of those that's not speed boosting nature as well is Hollow Chimega, because it's faster than Excadrill anyway, so I can get entrainment off before X moves. And so I never want Trick Room off for myself. It's there just to reverse Trick Room. But I thought like Meowstic was a mon that just slotted in here like in a super cool way, in a mon that gives me Light Screen and Fake Out both, which I thought was really cool. Which works like kind of similarly to what you can do with Alakazam.
Yeah, with skill swap. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, skill swap. Speed swap.
Speed swap, yeah. But yeah.
That was, unfortunately, it did not work out.
Yeah, but the idea was there. And if you want to see how that can actually work out, go check out this super underground YouTuber. I think they're called like Wolfie G or something. VGC, I think.
G.
Like they're a like Poketuber that I think like deserves more recognition. They like are doing a lot of like champions content, building like pretty cool teams, and that's where Jeexx got one of those inspiration for. So shout out Wolfie VGC.
Shout out Wolfie, yeah. He's a pretty cool guy. I gotta say, I've been watching his content for a few days now.
Days.
So you know,
impressive.
Everybody go support the tiny guy out.
Yeah, go help out Wolfie, guys.
We're not beefing with these smaller creators. Okay?
Jeexx is only beefing with the anime, man. No other beef thus far. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna be that. Ended up being hour 40, which with the team breakdowns, which obviously are longer this time around because of a lot more. Actually, did you send me those? How long were your team breakdowns?
Mine is about 10 minutes. Did I even send it?
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, 10 is perfect. Okay, I think I had a little more than that, but still, like, it's gonna be around 2 hours. Which honestly, for an anniversary episode, I think this ended up like working out really well.
I do feel like it's kind of unfortunate that the final set ended up literally being like, well, there's nothing I can do with this team against this team. There's like straight up no world where I can beat this.
I mean, to be fair, the also final game of the initial 5 that we did, I think ended also in 3 or 4 turns. Yeah. So that's also the nature of VGC when you have only 4 months, and like obviously there is a world where the game ends in 2 turns. You Oko 2 of your opponent's mons currently on the field, they send out another 2, you Oko both, and it's done in 2 turns. VGC can be very fast.
That's essentially what happened in the last game, but it was like, oh, you protected Hawlucha after you megaed it, and I faked out your fake out before you could fake out my Typhlosion. Actually, you can't even fake out my Typhlosion. Right, because it's Ghost.
You know, I wasn't faking out.
I faked out your Thunder Wave.
Yeah, because I was literally like, there's a world where I fake out this Nizzler, but I was like, he always needs to fake out my Meowstic here, so didn't bother going for that, so.
And then, obviously, I 2-shot the Meowstic. I'm still faster than the Meowstic. You shut up screens. I'm wondering if...
Oh, light screen?
Yeah, I... Was Light Screen better than Thunderwave?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was wondering, because I'm Choice Scarfed, so if you cut my speed in half, do you outspeed me with anything that could kill me?
Nope.
Okay, never mind then.
If I had Tyranitar to give the speed to Excadrill, then yeah. But because I didn't, it didn't, like, that doesn't matter. Just still faster than everything that I have, so.
Okay, unfortunate.
Yeah. I was talking about it in the best of 3. Like, the perfect world would have been where you win the best of 3 2-1. So the final game count would have been 4-4, which would have been very poetic, but
no.
we don't get the poetic endings every single time, unfortunately. Sometimes it is just a shit and a fart, and that's how life goes.
Poop and farting.
Yeah.
Poop and fart and slopping.
But yeah, that is going to do it for the anniversary episode of the Pokemon Park series. Hopefully y'all been enjoying it at least half as much as we've been enjoying making it. Thus, ends the era of champions, and we're still a little ways from actually entering the mega formats, but it's gonna be sometime soon when we enter Generation 6. But hopefully all of y'all, if you're playing Pokemon Champions, hopefully you're having a good time with it. And like I said, I'll probably give it a spin and see how I feel, at least to play around with the new Megas a little bit before the format gets a lot stronger for stuff like, I don't know, fucking Megastar. God knows Megastar is not living it through the Paradox Pokemon. But enjoy the current format. Hopefully you're having a good time with it. And we will see you next time for, I think, Generation 5 PU. We didn't NU last time, right? Yes, because I did the all Generation 5, yeah. So we'll see you next time for Generation 5 PU. Thank you so very much for watching, and peace.